Am I streaming? I always ask this because I have no idea. Just making sure. All right, let's see. Yep, just started streaming. Okay, cool, awesome. Now let's go advertise. All right, so give me a minute, everybody. Take a moment, chill out, relax. If there's anybody else in the chat, feel free to say hi. Otherwise, how's everybody's weekend? It's like late Sunday night for me, so um, my weekend's been a little busy. All right, did that advertise? Nope, okay. All right, yes, okay. Here we go. So yeah, if anybody is watching the VOD at the beginning or watching the recording of this is my 7th stream. I don't think I started streaming that long ago, but basically in the Twitch achievements, the 7th stream is the thing that is required for getting affiliate. I think I hit all the other markers, but the I don't know. I'm hoping this works because I know that the stats sometimes takes a little bit to update after the fact. But okay, so advertise to those groups. 2 more to advertise. Okay, here. And then I got 1 more. And okay, I think I've advertised to everywhere I need to advertise. Okay, all right. Let's see. First things first, let's open up the queue. All right, awesome. And next, let's double check my queue. Just want to make sure boss tricks are up to date. I have 2. I originally was going to have 1, but then I rewatched just a segment of one of the tricks, and I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't 100% satisfactory. So I added this other one back. So I have 2 boss tricks, and then also I do have 1 more trick that was not requested. I want that one to be requested tonight. So if it doesn't get requested, I'm going to go ahead and request it. So anyway, for the time being, I just want to fiddle with some cards for a minute. So let's just go ahead and do that. All right, warming up. Not me warming up the deck of cards. The deck of cards needs warming up. I think I'm warmed up. So actually, right before this, I filmed a couple of tricks for my YouTube channel. One of which I've done on stream. The other one I did not. And luckily, the one that I did not do on stream, I had to restart like a bunch of times. So I'm not sure exactly when those are going to be published because I haven't uploaded them yet, but probably in 3 and 4 weeks respectively. So yeah, after I finished my 100 tricks in 100 days, I started just publishing 1 trick per week, and that was much more manageable a timeline. So, and I guess while I'm talking about it, so yeah, I like to do them in batches. So I'll do like 1 or 2 tricks every once in a while, and then that should buy me another week or 2, so I don't have to like actually do them every week. But yeah, 100 tricks, probably a good time to advertise. Oh, welcome in, Gibson Lens. Yeah, so close to affiliate. This is my 7th stream tonight, so assuming that all the achievements work out as far as like the Twitch achievements are concerned, like that is the intention. But yeah, anybody who's lurking or if it's for your first time in, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. Wow, I just fumbled that. I promise you they all won't look that terrible. But if statistics proves, I think I'm somewhere between 5 and 10% mess up per night. So like I almost did 20 tricks last stream, and I messed up about like twice, 1.5-ish. So And they weren't even that big. They were pretty minor, so I would say a pretty good percentage rate. But I guess while we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and start practicing. Just going to put something in the queue randomly. And, oh yeah, that's a nice simple one to start off with. We will need all the aces. And you can even see me set up. I'm not even going to switch back to chat mode for this one. Boom. All right, 4 aces. So legitimately 4 aces. This can actually be a borrowed deck. And the thing with these 4 aces is that we can do something interesting. We're going to play a small short game. Dr. Daly's last trick. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and place the ace of spades down here. I don't know why I'm saying once again. That was completely unnecessary because I guess as far as like the stream is concerned, I have not done anything earlier tonight. So, but anyway, I'm going to place the ace of clubs over here. And then now, would you guess that the ace of clubs is on the top or the bottom? And would you guess that the ace of spades is on the bottom or the top? Now, a lot of people I think would say the ace of spades is on the bottom and the ace of clubs is on the top. I'm sorry to dishearten those people because the ace of spades is actually on the top and the ace of clubs is the one that's actually on the bottom because these two are actually the red aces. So, and that is Dr. Daly's last trick. Alright, cool. I'm actually happy and surprised that my tech hasn't failed. Like, the most disappointing thing that I had to do in the past month trying to get the streamer rig up is being able to make sure that I have a good enough upload so that the stream isn't jittery, which, you know, I am disappointed with my third stream because that's when it manifested itself, but, you know, fixed it with a gigantically long Ethernet cable, but that is that. So the other good news, I've gotten very used to all of the commands. I've made a lot of commands, and some of them haven't even come up, so I'm like, all right, this is perfect. So for anybody who's here, and if you know of me from like another chat, I like to post dad jokes in chat occasionally, and so you know, I can tell some of those as well. Let's get one in. Here's one that I know that I'm going to apologize to Gibson Lens ahead of time. I know he has heard this at least 3 times. Once in his chat, once in probably Rob Kovac's chat, and then once in maybe somebody else's chat. But anyway, how do you get an octopus to laugh? No, wait. Man, I can't even deliver it correctly. All right, the correct one is, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? And the correct dad joke answer is 10 tickles. Ha ha ha, knee slapper. Yep, there we go. So now I can officially start counting dad jokes. I was actually trying to find, because I have some of these written down somewhere. Gibson Lens says, I remember that one. I know, I think I said it enough. It's the one that got like the most, you know, I think eye roll kind of reactions. So I'm like, all right, that's the correct dad joke reaction to most people. Let me see. I gotta find out where I put that document. But anyway, the queue is open for anybody who is new here. Hi, my name's Nam, Sleight of Hand magician. I have co-opted the StreamerSonglist to be able to request magic tricks. If anybody wants to request one, you can type !TL to view the trick list, and you can request them like you would request songs with StreamerSonglist. Otherwise, if you don't know what to request, you can just type in !random, and then occasionally throughout the night, I will also just throw some in there, mostly for me to practice. But at the moment, I'm trying to figure out where the heck I put my dad joke file so I can open it. I have some good ones in there, and actually some of them are probably not dad joke appropriate. Some of them are actually inappropriate, so I probably shouldn't be able to tell those. See here, it's in here, text files, bad dad jokes. Okay, there we go. All right, here's a terrible one. Like terrible as in it's actually a bad dad joke. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Probably should have given you a chance to respond to that, but anyway. Okay, all right, let's see. Let's toss another trick into the queue. Let's see. Gibson Lens, if you're around later, and actually I'm hoping if Chris M. Yee pops in, I do have a trick to show you guys. I hope that doesn't spoil anything. But it's probably less crucial that I spoil it to you, Gibson, than Chris M. Yee, so shh. It's our little secret. Oh, hello. Welcome in, Unfocused in IA. So, Unfocused in IA has the highest honor of being the only person, the only streamer who has rated me twice. Nobody else has ever rated me twice, so she can say that right now. I guess while we have some people in chat, let's do some shout-outs now. Let's see. So I've been chatting with... Shout-outs to Gibson Lens, first of all. He has been a supporter of the stream, basically since stream 1, so thanks very much for always being here. He is a pianist, plays VGM, some popular music, esoteric music, and also he has a bunch of his own originals. So, and then also we have Unfocused Naye, also known as Nalani, a variety streamer. She also plays music, but she also plays video games. She does arts and crafts. As of late, I've been enjoying watching her play Undertale and Stray. So awesome. All right, excellent. We have something in the queue. I do have to grab some cards for that. Yeah, you're welcome for the shout out. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So, but anyway, okay. Let's begin with the vampire card trick. I guess I've already begun with another trick, but this is actually the first request of the evening, so the other one we consider is practice. All right, here we go. We have the vampire card trick. First things first, we have a pile of cards. There's only 4 cards here. We have the Ace of Hearts, 2 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, and the King of Spades. Now in this trick, the King of Spades is going to represent our vampire. The vampire who's going to go out and suck the blood of all of its victims throughout the night. And we're going to use the Ace 2 and the 3 to represent the sequence in which all of the victims will get their blood sucked out of them. And so, we will begin as such. Now, on the first night, the vampire goes out to try and suck the blood of the first victim. And of course, you're going to go ahead and see the third victim hasn't been touched. The second victim hasn't been touched, but the third victim has had its blood completely sucked out of it. Not just on this side, but on the other side as well. Whoa, weird, right? So now we have the second victim and the third victim, and of course our vampire. It's going to go out and suck the blood of the second victim. And would you believe that that's all that it takes? I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen any of those TV shows in which they show vampires sucking people's blood and then like camera cuts to like somebody discovering the body. It's like a second, right? It's like instant. It's virtually instantaneous. So we have the 3. We have the vampire, but the 2 has had its blood completely sucked out of it. And now we have the 3, the third victim. And of course, our vampire is going to go ahead and suck the blood out of the third victim. And as we just discussed, it's virtually instantaneous. Like, no time is required for the third victim to lose all of its blood. And that is how this vampire sucks the blood of each and every one of these victims. Now, the thing is, all of these TV shows, they're kind of like in modern times when they discover a body, right? the vampire is going to be wanted. Like, they're going to want to figure out where the heck all of these victims went and what happened to them. So they're going to be looking for this vampire. And the thing with this is that these vampires are smart now. They figured it out. They want to escape. They want to get out. They don't want to get caught. And to be fair, their lifespans are probably long enough. You know, being in jail for a short jail term of like 100 years is probably not that big a deal, but they still don't want to hang out there, right? Like, I don't want to put myself through some unfortunate, you know, unfun time, even if it's for like 5 minutes, right? But it's okay. Our vampires are smart. So when the daylight comes, they find a way to disappear. And that, my dear friends, is the vampire card trick. All right, let's catch up in chat here. Thanks for the claps, Gibson Lens and Unfocused in IA. Unfocused says, amazing! Wow! Whoa, whoa, whoa. I assume the extra W's will make it like I have to enunciate the wow, whoa, 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 whoa. and thank you. So you're welcome. So of course, you know, I'm not trying to hide anything as far as like, you know, I am using sleight of hand magic. So the reason why I can't do that trick with a regular deck of cards is because obviously you need the blank cards. But special secret, I do have a bunch of tricks that I've already set aside that like require this kind of thing, and I put them in little packets that are labeled. So this is my vampire card trick packet. So when I do this trick, I obviously need to pull out this packet. But anyway, great visual illusion of like, you know, and I use the hearts because it's like, I'm draining the blood out of a person, and that's like kind of how it seems, right? So yeah, I think Gibson Lens will recognize. I put it in a card sleeve, so if you if you're familiar with like trading card games, collectible card games, that kind of thing. So oftentimes you'll purchase cards, and you're like, man, some of these cards could be worth a lot of money. I want to protect them. So people will buy card sleeves. And if you don't know that world, so they're basically like these little plastic things that you can insert cards into, and it will protect them. Some of them can be really pricey. So I've played Magic the Gathering for a very long time, and I basically only use, for collectible card games, Dragon Shields exclusively. And so they're like $10 for 100, which doesn't really get you very far as like if you play several games or things like that. But so let's see here. All right. All right, queue is empty. If anybody would like to request any tricks, feel free. Let's see, for anybody who's lurking or just joined, I have co-opted the StreamerSonglist to allow viewers to request tricks. You can view my song list or my trick list, !TL. You can request it like that. If you want to request something but you don't know what to request, you can just type in !random and it should add something to the queue for you. All right. Let's see. Unfocused says, good to know. Gibson Lens says, I use Dragon Shields too, among others. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, when you're in the world of collectible card games, there's just like so many things to protect, and sometimes you don't want to spend too much. Sometimes you get free promos of things like that. So, ooh, we have a request, and it is one that was a boss trick in the past. I have defeated it since, so this is not a boss encounter, but hopefully we're gonna have a good time with it again. And this one I really liked visually, and I learned it like more than a year after I started learning Sleight of Hand magic, and I'm like, that's so cool. Do I have all the skills for it? And I learned it, and I'm like, okay, I have all the skills, but it was like a little bit tough. And there's a lot of steps. So, but this time I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope, okay, it's all good, it's all clean. So, all right, thank you for the request, Unfocused IA, and this is called Picasso Aces. All right, first things first, we have a blue deck. This is important because I have 4 aces here. I'm not going to try to hide this fact. These aces are actually from a different deck. They are from a red back deck. So we've got the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now, the thing with these 4 aces is that we're going to be doing a trick that is similar to an ace assembly. So what ace assemblies do is we're trying to collect all of the aces together. And we end up doing that. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. But why though, 8? So the thing with these ace assemblies is that oh my god, T-Cards is rating my stream with 71 viewers. Thank you very much, T-Cards. All right, first of all, I'm just going to take a pause at the moment. And actually, let me leave everything on visible on the screen. And let's go ahead and do a shout out. T-Cards, thank you very much. So first of all, if anybody doesn't know, T-Cards is a magician as well. He has a variety stream. He plays video games. He does some other things. He shows himself practicing, or last night I think he was painting his nails. But I remember he was trying to learn how to twirl a magic wand and things. But he is a magician, so if anybody wants to see more magic on Twitch, definitely give T-Cards a follow. Oh my god, there's so many follows. All right, so hold on. Let's go ahead and thank everybody for following. Thank you for the follows. PD Rays, Random Cool Entity, Only Lexi, Level Up 1, D Hut Sound. It's basically shut down, but with the D and the S transposed. Minecraft Wiz 117, Unlucky Lucian, Pixon Live, Dawn XCV. Thank you for the follows. Oh my god. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see. Let me just catch up with chat for a second. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Welcome in. Only Lexi, Level Up 1, Pixon Live. Hello. I guess, let me see here. Welcome in, Asian Fork. Let's see. All right, Minecraft Wiz 117. Yeah, no problem. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Let's see. All right. So just to introduce myself, hi everybody. My name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch, and I am a huge fan of Sleight of Hand card magic. So currently we're in the middle of a trick. If you don't know which trick it is, you can check out my trick list here. I've basically co-opted the StreamerSonglist to allow anybody to request tricks of me. Thanks for the follow, XRGX117. And so if anybody wants to request anything, the queue is open, so you can type in !TL to view the streamer song list, which is actually my trick list. For some reason, that's not bringing up a thing. Oh, it's because it's time limited and unfocused, and I already did it, so thank you kindly. But yeah, if anybody wants to request anything, you can do that. If you want to request something but you don't know what to request, feel free to just type in !random, and that will put a random one into the queue. So anyway, we are currently in the middle of Picasso Aces. What I've just done was just show everybody that we have 4 red-backed aces, and I was going to, and the deck is blue. But we're going to go ahead and try and magically make all of the red aces gather here. So a lot of the times in some sleight of hand magic routines, they're called ace assemblies, and we try and assemble them here with the ace of spades. That's because the ace of spades, it has the most gigantic pip. It probably has the most magical power. But next, I'm going to try and show you that they can teleport very, very subtly. Now, first things first, I'm going to cover each one of these with 3 blue cards. And the thing with this is that we're going to try and visually make all the aces hop up there. Man, pressure's on. I don't know if I've had this many people raid in before. Thank you for the raid, T-Cards. Totally appreciate it. I'm actually a little nervous now. Like, normally I've, the people in my stream are just like the other streamers that are like my friends, and so a lot less nervous. So now I'm like, oh no, there's new people in the chat. Ah. So if also anybody doesn't know, I'm a relatively new streamer. This is my 7th stream. So thank you for the follow, Rhythm3HD. So all right. First things first, we have this pile. We've got a red-backed ace here. Now the thing is, what I can do is close this up. And if I go ahead and I just pull the essence of this red card out of here and I drop it here, believe it or not, there's actually no longer a red-backed card here. And there's actually no ace here either, because if I show you, there's that. And now if we go through this packet, before there was only 1 red-backed card and 3 blue-backed cards. But now if I show you, look, there's actually 2 red-backed cards and 2 blue-backed cards. So strange, right? That's so weird. Okay, now let's go ahead and do that for the second one. Now we've got this one right here, and what we are going to do is snap my fingers, and if I show you, there's now no longer a red-backed card there. And I can go ahead and show you that these are all blue backed as well. And now if I show you here, there's now 1 blue backed card and 3 red backed cards. Wouldn't that be weird? Because look, is that so strange? That's super strange, right? And now we have the final one. Now some people suspect that I've never had aces in certain places or whatever, but look, I can show you right now that this red card is indeed an ace. So if I stick it right here, you'll be able to see it. It's still here, right there. If I show you there, it's right there. Okay. So now if I go ahead and I grab the essence of that ace and I drop it over here into this pile. I like to do the snap even though it wasn't necessary. You saw me mime. I totally dropped it in there, right? But now if I show you, look, there's 4 blue back cards here. And actually there's no ace here. So, and now if I show you, all of the cards are here, are actually red backed, and they are all 4 aces. And that is my handling and performance of a trick called Picasso Aces. All right, thank you for the request, Unfocused Nia. Hopefully that was an okay trick for you guys to rate into, raters. So thank you very much. Let's see. Let's give me a minute and let's catch up with chat here. So let's see. Asian Fork says, "Hi, that keyboard T-card. You gotta make them one." Let's see. Hello, Minecraft Wiz. Oh yes. Yeah, welcome in, raiders. See, no problem. You're always so kind and supportive of Kisu, so we show the love back. Oh, thank you very much, Lexi. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Let's see. SR, Devil's Elevator. Wait, is that a song? Haha. Oh, yeah. Oh, so sorry. Because I co-opted the StreamerSonglist, I also changed some of the commands. So to actually stick something in there, it's exclamation point TR for trick request. So, but anyway, I will go ahead and put in the Devil's Elevator for you. So thanks for the request, Lexi. No, it's not a song, it is a trick. We even got, so thanks to, hold on, it might be easier if, to see, we even were able to get the labels changed. So this isn't song or title, it's trick, and then this one is creator instead of artist. So thanks to Taladar for that tidbit. Let's see, no worries, ha ha ha. Okay. Let's see, Rhythm3HD. Just noticed your stream on Discord, just stopping by. Oh, well, thank you for stopping in, Rhythm. Let's see. Lexi says, ooh. Unfocused Nia says, fantastic, thank you. Oh, thanks for the request. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably set that as performed. Let's see. Level up 1. Good stuff, dude. Thank you kindly. PD Rasta, nice. Let's see. Lexi says, "Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry, haha. Yeah, no problem. I mean, it was kind of a gamble on whether I should keep the song request, but I'm like, okay, let me make it unique. People will remember. Oh, I messed up that song list thing once, so maybe they're like, oh yeah, it's because it's tricks, not songs. So, okay, let's see. So we do have a trick request. Let me go ahead and prep for that. I do have to find some cards. But anyway, I don't know if you're still here, T Cards. How was your stream? How did it go? What did you guys do? Were you, I think I saw you were playing video games. What game were you playing? Okay, so we have the setup ready. Oh no, I lied. Okay, now we're set up. Okay. All right, let's see. So we have a request by Lexi called the Devil's Elevator. Only Lexi says, I don't know if he's still here because he said he had to go out for dinner, but he played a bit of Fall Guys to pass us some time. Okay, before his turn for the talent show. Oh yeah, that's right. He was doing the talent show tonight. Cool, awesome. Well, good luck to him. I don't know if obviously if he's not here, he won't hear this, but good luck. All right, okay. So we have the Devil's Elevator. So we have the 5, 4, 3, and 2 of spades. And then I have 6s and 9s that are in red. Not just for the obvious internet reasons for memes, but if you put these in certain orientations, it might look like 666, and it's called the Devil's Elevator. So that's basically the intention. But what we're going to do is let's go ahead and place the red cards over here, red 6s and 9s. And then we've got the spade cards over here. So here's the 5, here's the 4, and then here's the 3, and now the 2. We're just going to place this on top of this pile. Now, here's the thing about the Devil's Elevator. When you are in hell, and let's face it, a lot of us probably are going to be going there. I'll probably be going there. This will represent the various levels of hell. So the first level, the second level, third level, fourth, and fifth. If I take the 2 and I place it in the second level of hell, mostly I chose these numbers because it's easier to remember. So it's 2 goes in the second level of hell. You know, you probably won't know how to get out, but I'm telling you right now, there is a secret way to get out of hell. And that secret way is using the Devil's Elevator. So if I go ahead and push this in, like so, and I close this up, and let's pretend you are in the second level and you find the elevator. So these are elevator buttons, right? So to you guys, this is the up button, this is the down button. So if you just go ahead and press the up button, so you've got to press the button and say ding. It won't work unless you say ding, because that means that the elevator is out of order. So that will actually mean that the 2 will hop back up to the top of the deck, of the packet. And so now you're on the top level and you can get out. Lol the button. So now if we grab the 3 and we place it in the third level of hell, right? So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Push that in. You're in the third level of hell. You find the elevator. What do? Well, you press the elevator button up. Ding! Believe it or not, that's actually going to make the 3 jump up to the top level, and thus you'll be able to get out. Now, some people suspect that, I have black cards in here, but no, these are actually the same 4, 6s and 9s that we've been using the whole time. But now if I grab the 4 and I place it into the fourth level of hell, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, push that in, close that up. And of course, you're in the 4th level of hell. You approach the elevator. You go ahead and press the elevator button. Ding! And that's going to allow you to come up to the top. And some people suspect that I'm sometimes using more than 4 cards here, but no, these are the same 4 cards that have been here the entire time. I can clearly go ahead and place this on the bottom, which makes it the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th level of hell. We're going to close that up. You're now in the 5th level of hell. That's pretty deep. That's much deeper than the first few levels. You go find the elevator. You press the elevator button. Up. Ding. And believe it or not, that's going to bring you up to the top level, and you can escape. And you can take a look at these cards all you want. This trick can be done with a borrowed deck of cards. And that is how you escape hell with the Devil's Elevator. Okay, all right. Let's see, the queue is clear, so if anybody would like to request something, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to take a minute to let's catch up with chat. Let's see. Unfocused IA says, "This is great." Lexi agrees. Lexi says, "Whoa. How? Whoa, whoa, whoa." As we discussed earlier, multiple W's means I probably have to do the extended W. How? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, thanks for the claps, Unfocused IA, and only Lexi. And Unfocused also says, "Wow!" Stopping it with the exclamation point, epically. Let's see. Nice. I like that one. Well, I hope you like that, Lexi. Let's see. Level up 1. Thank you for the emotes. OMG! wait. Do I have to? OMG! I gotta push my face in, like, to simulate the emote. The way you read chat is so funny. Haha, I love it. I mean, I know that not everybody has a deep voice, but I'm gonna try and voice act as best as I can. Also, I feel like it makes it more fun, right? Like, the thing was also, for my first few streams, I didn't have chat available, so I was watching the VOD over, and I'm like, wow, if I didn't have chat on screen, then we can't get it, so I started just reading them, but I feel like it's a good idea. Also makes it fun. So anyway, thanks for the compliments. Some people say that I have a radio voice, and I certainly have a face for radio. That's great. Haha, dad joke. All right. But no, when anybody says I do that, I have this little bit where I'm like, well, I guess I could do things for radio. 1.9 APR financing, $5,000 cash back, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, fine print. So, Unfocused IA, lol. All right, I will go ahead and place a random trick into the queue. Oh, that is actually not magic. If anybody was here for magic, this is not that. Let me see if this command works. I don't know if okay. Oh no, that positions a trick. Alright, I'm gonna have to just delete it. I'm assuming people are here, want to see magic and not see me solve a Rubik's Cube, so we're just gonna... FYI, that's like literally the only thing in the list that is not magic, so... Oh, we have a request, okay. Oh, it won't work if it's in first. Oh, thank you, Unfocused, for letting me know. I didn't know that, so learning new things about StreamerSonglist that I never thought I would need to know because, you know, not doing music, but... Okay. That let's see, Gibson Lens. The non-magical cube of Rubik. Yes. I will even let you know it's not even an official Rubik's Cube. It is a cheap Chinese knockoff, but is actually slightly better in handling because, long story short, for anybody who doesn't know, Rubik's Cubes have extremely sharp, pointy corners, and that makes it harder to, like, turn, and, like, all newer cubes have, like, a slight curve. So, anyway. neither here nor there. But we now have a request for a trick called two-card Monty. So, Unfocused in IA, you requested this, so if you want to respond in chat to make any guesses, anybody else is also welcome to do this, but we'll see what Unfocused thinks of the trick as we progress. Okay, so this is called two-card Monty, and this is why you don't play any Monty card tricks with anybody on the street. So we have two cards here. So we have the 6 and 10 of clubs. It doesn't really matter that they're of clubs. Just remember 6 and 10. So if you were here, I would ask you to hold out your hand like this to hold the cards. Since you are not here, the best I can do is I'm just going to slide them up here. They're still in frame. There's nothing that's going to be weird. So I would do this thing first where I would show you that how magicians might switch a card that you're currently holding on to. And then we'll do it at speed. And so now you know what we're getting ourselves into. So this card, so remember we have a 10 and a 6 of clubs. All right. So look, here's the 10. So if I have the 10, you have the 6. All right, great. Excellent. So now here's the thing. Here's how magicians will sometimes switch the card, right? So they're going to line it up as they push it into your fingers, like so, and then pull it out like this. So now if I have the 6, you have the 10. All right, excellent. Now, so what we're going to do is now do the move at speed. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and swap it once. Did you see that? I made the weird sound effect with my mouth, which was completely unnecessary, but I think for stream. But I'm going to switch it back. Watch. Did you see that? I switched it back. And now I'll place the card here. So important question. Do you think, would you be impressed if the 6 was on top and the 10 was on the bottom? Or would it only be impressive if it was the other way around? Unfocused says yes. Okay. Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter what they say. I would ask them, in this case you, to go ahead and just flip the cards over in your hand. And we can go ahead and show you that when you flip these over, that I thought that they were clubs. I thought there was a 6 and a 10. But actually, they're just the red kings. And now this is where everybody would be like, what? And you know what? There's no disappointment there because Unfocused basically said, what? Lol. This is good timing. Jinx? All right. Cool. And that is why you don't play any Monty games on the street. Oh, hey, first time chat. Welcome in, Sarcasm in Shots. I knew it! I thought something like that would happen. Yeah, I mean, if you've watched a lot of magic tricks, you can sometimes predict how plots are going to go. So, let's see. Pirate Foxy, welcome in. I like the sound effects. Awesome. I'm trying to do my best. Yeah, the sound effects that make it better. Great. Awesome. I guess that means I will be keeping up with the sound effects. So, let's see. And that was two-card Monty. Thank you for the request, Unfocused in IA. All right. So, let's see. It seems like some people just joined in. So, if anybody is just joining, hi, my name is Nam. I'm also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch. And I like sleight of hand card magic. I have co-opted the StreamerSonglist to allow people to request the tricks that I will perform. So if anybody wants to do that, you can type in !TL for trick list and view something. If you would like to request something but you don't know what to request, because a lot of people don't know what card trick names are, you can type in !random and that'll randomly put one into the queue. One of the things that I wanted to achieve with doing this particular format is that a lot of magicians who create tricks, their names are not very well known, and people put in real serious time and effort into like developing tricks and publishing them and selling them and things like that, and like nobody else besides magicians actually know their names. And so hopefully, you know, the format of me putting things into the song list and like being able to request. And if you show up for multiple streams and you see like the same trick twice or something, you're like, oh hey, that was that one trick. What's that one called? And you know, people can start to learn what they are. So yeah, that's one of my hopes for doing this format of card magic performance. All right, looks like we do have another request. Let me go ahead and pull out some cards to prep for it, because I will need only 12 cards for this one. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? How was everybody's weekend? For me, it's Sunday night, so I imagine anybody who's in the United States, also Sunday night for you. But how's your day? What'd you do? Do anything fun? Okay, let's see here. All right, I have, I think, all of the cards. All right, let's see. Oh, did I miss any follows? Juxive or Juxive? I might have missed your follow, so thank you for the follow. Let's see here. All right. Okay. All right, Sarcasm and Shots, thanks for the request. So, for this trick that you have randomly requested, requires 12 cards. These 12 cards are all 12 face cards of a deck. Now, if you were here, I would hand you the packet and allow you to cut it. So, in lieu of actually being here, Sarcasm and Shots, if you're still available, if you would just like to type in a number in chat to cut at that point, this will simulate your cut. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you cut it at 5, I'll cut it here and place it on like that. So if you choose a different number, I'll cut there instead. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll cut there. All right, now we have 4 different suits, and for this trick I have to explain to you what a family unit is. So for this trick, a family unit consists of a household that has a king, a queen, and a jack, all of the same suit. So now if I were to label these piles A, B, and C, which pile do you want me to start with? Sarcasm and Shots, if you're still there, feel free to select A, B, or C, and we'll start with that pile. C, all right, that'll be this pile over here. Now, the thing is, the family unit, they're very great at finding each other as well. So let's say this is the King of Spades, right? So if I go ahead and I place the King of Spades there, and we just grab 2 other random cards from these piles, theoretically, these should all be the spades, right? So if I just go ahead and I put them into their household, we find out that it was not the spade household at all. It was actually the heart household the entire time. All right, interesting. So as I did mention, they were great at finding each other. It just wasn't clearly evident, I guess, how they were getting together. But hey, it worked. So, all right, let's see. Unfocused, would you like to select A, B, or C? That'll be the next pile. B. All right, so A and B, here we go. So now if we go ahead and we grab the King of Diamonds, and we go ahead and place that here, and let's hope that these cards match up. The King of Diamonds, go ahead and place them in their household. We find that it wasn't actually the diamond household at all. We actually find out that it was the spade household the entire time. Whoa. Okay. All right, so that totally worked out as well. I'm glad to see that we're able to have the family units find each other and combine each other. So now we've got 3 piles left. Sarcasm and shots, if you are still there, we can arrange these piles however you would like. So if you said A, B, C, I would put A on top of B and take that whole pile and place on top of C. You could say BAC or CAB or CBA. I would stack it in that manner. So sarcasm and shots, would you like to stack them? Okay, BAC. So we're going to grab B, place it on A, place it on C. So we definitely have 2 houses left. We are missing the diamonds and the clubs. So we're going to go ahead and try and figure out what house we're going to try and put together next. And it seems like I'm having some trouble figuring it out based on what we see. So when we're trying to force the next household to be together. So in this case, it's going to be the clubhouse. So we put the jack of clubs there, and then if we go ahead and place the king of clubs there, and then finally if I place the queen of clubs here, and we'll put everything else. This has to be the clubhouse, right? So I'm going to go ahead and place them into their house. And believe it or not, that was not the clubhouse. We made the mistake. We tried to force them into the house. It was not the correct house. So it actually turns out this is the diamond household. And of course, this is going to be the fun clubhouse, but they can't be with that house. So let's go ahead and place them into their house. And if I show you, the clubhouse is here. And now we have all 4 family units together again. All right, so let's see. Sarcasm and shots. Totally know how you did this, but it won't say anything. Yeah, I know. Awesome. Sarcasm and shots, may I ask, are you a practicing magician as well, or are you just an enthusiast? And let me know. Thank you for the claps. Unfocused and sarcasm and shots. And sarcasm says, I have no idea, lol. Okay, never mind. Answers my question. And Unfocused says, amazing! Sarcasm and Shot says, nope, I just like watching. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Anybody who is watching, anybody who's lurking as well, thank you for being here. I totally appreciate it. So, the one thing I do mention often on streams is that if I am at home practicing magic by myself, there's no magic happening. I'm just fiddling with cards at that point. The magic happens when somebody watches and observes, and they get the sense of, what happened there? I'm not sure. What? That's so weird. That's the magic right there. So, Unfocus says, thank you for the awesome tricks. Well, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Reminder, the queue is empty. If anybody would like to request something, feel free. And let's see here. I think I'm caught up in chat. There is also one trick that I've placed in my entire trick list that has never been performed on any of my other streams. If somebody wants to be the person to request that, sarcasm and shots. You got it. All right. Let's see. Unfocus says, must be off now. Have a great rest of the stream. Well, that's great. Thank you for being here. Get whatever rest you need to rest with. I'll probably see you in one of your streams. You stream way more than I do, and you have a schedule. So have a good night, Unfocused. Good seeing you here. All right. So let's get ready to rumble. All right, this is called Shaking the Aces. All right, so if anybody who is unaware, there's a plot in Magic called Twisting the Aces. And the twisting plot basically means we're going to try and find all the aces first, because that is what we're going to require for this trick. And normally in the twisting tricks, they're going to turn themselves face up by doing a weird twist. So this is a different magician's handling of it. Kimundo is a Korean magician, and he actually changed it to look like this, and I I didn't know how he did it, so I reverse engineered it, and now I know how he does it. So hopefully I can do this pretty clean. Okay, so first things first. We have our 4 aces, and if I go ahead and I turn this packet over and I stick this ace of spades in, which card would you say is face up? If you said the ace of spades, you'd be correct. But the weird thing about this trick is all you have to do is just give the aces a little bit of a shake, and it's going to disappear. So now what I have to do is hold the packet and give it a little bit of a shake, another way, and that's actually going to allow us to have another ace turned face up. In this case, the ace of hearts. Now if I hold the pack and I give it another shake, that's actually going to turn up the ace of clubs. And now the weird thing is I could actually even do this face up. I would just have to just shake the aces like this, and it could change. So now that ace of clubs has magically turned into the ace of diamonds. It's super weird, right? So now if I go ahead and I stick the ace of diamonds back into the pack like so, and I show you that all the aces are face down, I do want to show you one final thing, because we did turn all the aces face up, but like magicians have this extraordinary skill to turn aces up face up in a face down packet really, really fast. And it's actually not just don't count this. Okay, that's not allowed because that's how regular people would do it. But like, watch this card, right? We're just going to go ahead and turn that up really fast. But actually, I didn't just turn up the one ace. I actually turned up all 4 aces really fast. And that is my handling and performance of a trick called shaking the aces. Anyway, thank you for the request, Sarcasm and Shots. That actually rounds out. I've actually performed everything on my trick list in the last 7 streams. Today is my 7th stream, so let's see. Sarcasm Shot. Scaredy cat. Lol. And I assume that the question marks, I'm just going to make a sound effect for that. And then, haha, what the fudge? Nice. You're welcome. So for anybody who's interested in sleight of hand magic or just wants like a comparison point, let me go ahead and do the original version of that trick and just show you how it's a little bit different. So I've just added it there. So let me just show you this one just as a comparison point to see how different it is. So the other one has like modern moves and things. This is like the original, so it's like the first version. So it's not going to be as glitzy as I think the other one is, but like this is the one that it's based on. So without this trick, the other one wouldn't really exist. So we have 4 aces, and the thing is, we are going to go ahead and slowly turn the aces face up one at a time. But if I did it like this, that would not be allowed. That's how normal people would do it. You heard this pattern in the last trick, so we're just going to speed this up. And we'll hold the pack like this and give it a magical twist. Believe it or not, that's actually going to turn up the ace of hearts. I know, super weird, right? But now look, same pack, I'm going to hold the pack and give it a small magical twist. You'll notice that the ace of hearts turns itself face back down, and the ace of clubs is going to turn itself face up, because take a look. There's the ace of clubs. I know, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and turn the pack over. I'm going to give it a small magical twist, and believe it or not, another ace is going to turn itself face up. This is the ace of diamonds. Now I swear the ace of spades is magically resistant. I swear it's because the pip is gigantic, it's like narcissistic, totally doesn't want to play well with all of the other cards. But if I go ahead and I show you, all of the cards right now are face down. Now if I hold the pack and even give it one magical twist, all the cards are still face down. But actually, if I just give it a little bit more magic, like a snap and a shake, like we did from the previous trick, And at this point, if I had a spectator, I could just hand this out to them. Go ahead and spread the cards. And they can now spread the cards. And the ace of spades will turn itself face up. And that's twisting the aces. So if anybody wants to compare and contrast, they're the two tricks side by side, as close to side by side as I can get them. All right, so let's see. Oh, hey, welcome in, Hutch MD. So for anybody who doesn't know, Hutch MD is a pianist, and I go and bother Hutch to make him play song requests by sight reading, and I always choose the jazziest, grooviest K-pop songs because that's what I like. And so if you like being able to request piano music by submitting sight read requests, Hutch would be a great person to follow. Hutch is like, we're all masochists here. All right, thank you for the claps, Hutch, sarcasm and shots. And we also have a new trick request in the queue. And also, oh, I got a question from Sarcasm and Shots. Now, what would you say is the hardest trick that I do? That's a tough one because I do mess up on a lot of tricks. And actually, there's what I'm doing now is when I mess up a trick on stream, it becomes a boss trick. And so just a quick explanation of that. Anytime I mess up a trick on stream, it becomes a boss trick for like any follow-up streams, and I'm basically telling myself that's my homework. Get good at doing that trick so that I don't mess it up next time. But all of the most difficult tricks that I do are probably not currently in my trick list because I have a lot more harder tricks that either take a lot more preparation or like mental know-how that I'm just not mentally prepared to all the time, especially for like initially, like I'm not affiliate yet, like I want to get affiliate first, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess up like 20 tricks in a row. But one of the most difficult ones that I remember that I struggled a lot with while learning it is called Hitchcock Aces. It's not in my list, but if you want to watch it, I do have a YouTube. And I've been very prolific on YouTube the last couple of years with Sleight of Hand magic. So if you want to watch any of my tricks there, I did do a very aggressive project earlier this year called 100 Tricks in 100 Days. So basically, since the beginning of January 2022 until April 11th, 2022, I performed, recorded, and uploaded 100 magic tricks in 100 real-time days. So I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of the project. But if you want to watch Hitchcock Aces, that is one of the most difficult ones. It's in that 100 tricks project. So that link, I believe, takes you to the promo video and then links you to the playlist of all 100 tricks. So feel free to check those out if you would like. But there's a few other tricks that are very difficult in there. It's just some of them I blocked out of my mind. So, but over time, as I get more comfortable with streaming and filling my head with more tricks like regular, I'll probably add more to my existing trick list. So to request. But anyway. All right. So Hutch has requested the snap change transpo. This is not a long trick, so we can go ahead and show you how that's done. And then Hutch, if you feel cheated, feel free to just request another one. So after this, the queue will be empty. So there is something I do have to tell you about. So basically in Magic, there are these visual changes called color changes. And so this is one of them, all right? So we have the Jack of Spades and the Six of Hearts. And secretly what will happen is if you have two cards, you can make them, you secretly hold it as one, and then you change it to look like the other one. But look, if I go ahead and I place the 6 there, and I have the Jack here, right? The snap change basically looks like this. Okay? Now the thing is, you're probably wondering where the Jack has gone. And look, if there was a card that I placed down on the table. And if I show you, that's actually the Jack. And that is the snap change transpo. But actually, yeah, the snap change is basically that transposition where you're making the cards change from one card to another. So, but yeah, that is the snap change transpo. And I could do that with a borrowed deck of cards. So like if you had a deck of cards that wasn't completely beat up, I could borrow your deck and then perform this particular trick. So that's the cool, impressive part about this one. Let's see here. Let's see. Hutch says, no worries, lol. Yeah, I don't know many of these tricks. I'm just picking them. Oh yeah, and honestly, if you don't know what to pick but you want to request something, you can also type in !random, and that will randomly put something into the list. I do have one trick that is not really a magic trick, which I hit random earlier and it put it in there, which is solving a Rubik's Cube on stream. So, you know, if you want to see that, you can request that, but just be aware, it's not magic. So, let's see here. Sarcasm in shots. Oh, also, if you do random, if it tried to, oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to put one in for you, sarcasm in shots, because I think what happens is if twisting the aces. All right, let's go. So I don't know how many tricks I performed. Okay, that one's a new one. All right, sarcasm and shots. Your new one is overture. We literally just did twisting the aces. So. And there was another one that I probably hit that it was too random. I mean, there's 40 tricks. How many tricks have I done? I've only done like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Wow, I've done like 9 tricks. That's like, I guess, a 25% chance of hitting something that we've already done. So I guess my apologies there. So let's drop this. We'll do that. And then we have another one in the queue as well. So, okay, first things first, let me prep for this one. So we're only going to need 4 cards for this trick. So I'm just going to prep and grab those now. And I just need some contrasting cards. Okay, we'll use these guys and like these guys. All right, so we have overture next for sarcasm and shots. Okay, I guess if random doesn't work, I mean, we could always just actually pick. You could randomly choose from in your mind on StreamerSonglist screen. All right. Okay, here we go. So this trick only requires 4 cards. We can borrow these cards as well, but just let's show you they're normal cards, nothing weird about them. I have the black 7s and the red kings. Now, if I were to go ahead and turn the black 7s face down, and I place the red kings in between, we are now in a situation in which the red kings are face up in between the face down 2 black 7s. And if I was to reverse count them like this, we'll be in the same situation. Red kings are face up in between the 2 black 7s. Right? But here's a strange thing. If I were to reverse count them now, and before I do anything else, I give them a little bit of a shake, because this shake is so magical, right? You've seen it a couple times in other tricks. Would you now believe that the black 7s are face up in the middle and the red kings are now face down on the outside? Because if you don't, take a look. Black 7s are now face up in the middle and the red kings are face down on the outside. Super weird property, right? Super weird thing. And that's overture. Let's see if anybody has ever heard of Max Maven before. He was a prominent magician back in like the 80s and 90s. And he was very prolific as a creator. But also he was a big name in the magic community as well. He was like the president of like magical arts for a little bit. But yeah, he's more known now, I think, as a mentalist, because I think towards the end of his career he started just doing shows where he was using mentalism. Which, if anybody's not aware, mentalism is a branch of magic in which you are trying to get the audience to believe that you're reading their mind, controlling their mind, or something like that. If anybody wants to see an example of that, feel free to request the trick brainwave. So there's a recommendation for anybody who wants to see that if you would like. Okay. All right, I'm now just going to rehearse in my hands for a second this next one because I just have to remember how it goes. Don't want to mess this one up. Don't want a boss trick too prematurely. Oh, good thing I did it because I just messed up. I just have to remember the setup. I have a gigantic spreadsheet too of magic tricks that I do, and so I just hope I have notes on this one. Glorious. No notes. All right, okay, I'm gonna wing this. There is a non-zero chance that I'm going to mess this up. I have too many boss pieces in my stream. All right. Oh yeah, sarcasm and shots. Yeah, just request the trick called brainwave. Exclamation point TR brainwave. All right. Okay, here we go. So this trick is called revolver, as requested by HutchMD. So first things first, we have 4 cards. We've got ace of clubs, 2 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs. Now the thing with this is that if we do something interesting like wave our hand over it and place our hand like a gun and we shoot, each of the clubs kind of acts as the numerical bullet that we're going to shoot. And so we just shot the first bullet. And 1 in a deck of cards is usually represented by the ace. So now if we go ahead and check that chamber, the ace has actually turned itself face down. Super strange, right? Now, what we're going to do is exclamation point TR space brainwave. You got it. You got it. We'll get there. Okay. So now we're going to shoot the, I'm going to go ahead and wave my hand over, hold it like a gun, and shoot the second bullet. So now the first chamber will have cleared, and the second bullet is going to get fired. So now the 2 has turned itself face down. I know, super strange, right? Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and once again bring my hand over the packet, hold it like a gun, and we're going to shoot the third bullet. And believe it or not, I don't know why I snapped. I feel like it's just like a habit of magicians to snap. But the 3, it's turned itself face down. And then finally, the third chamber is going to clear, and we have the 4th bullet to fire. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready, shoot the 4th bullet. And believe it or not, that is going to go ahead and turn the 4 face down. Now, here's an interesting thing with these cards. And this is the part that I had to wing. So let's just make sure that this is going to be amazing. I don't know if you knew here, but if I show you all of these cards, what color would you say the back is of these cards? Hutch, you requested this one. What color would you say the back of these cards is? Blue? Yeah, that would be a great guess, right? Because that's what you saw as they turned themselves over. But actually, if I revealed to you that all these cards are actually red-backed, how would you feel now? And that, my good friends, is the revolver. All right, so let's see. Sarcasm shot says, "Wing it, TR Brainwave." All right, hopefully we got it. All right, it's in the queue, so we see Brainwave in the queue. So that's great. Excellent. Sarcasm and shot says, "How do you not get paper cuts with these movements? Lol." So, I mean, playing card technology has come a long way in the last couple of 100 years. So, I mean, they weren't even standardized for a while, and then up until like I think late 1800s or so, that's when finally the playing card company that makes bicycle cards created bicycle cards, and that was like it became like the cheap, most popular version of things for not just people who play cards, but for magicians and things. And since then, it's become very standardized. But like a lot of people may not know, like if I grab a couple of these cards, they are plastic coated. They are woven in such a way that they're not just flat cards. There are air pockets in between, and so it makes it really easy to glide cards over and things like that. So, and they're not like super paper thin. Like they're thin, but they're not like a sharp piece of paper. But let's see. Anyway, thank you for the clap, sarcasm, and shots. And Hutch says, "Wow, I can't figure out when that switch happened. Wow." All right. Well, thank you kindly for the compliments, Hutch. Air cushioned airflow something, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Hutch knows. Hutch has seen a couple boxes of cards or UV 500 something. Yeah, there's a lot of custom brand name of cards and stuff. So there's a ton. You ever used to buy illusionist decks? So funny story. I have never bought an illusionist deck up until last week when illusionist had a sale. And I was like, oh my god! So these are like premium decks that are like normally $10 a pop, and they were like for $3, $4, and I'm like, I'm totally buying a bunch now. So I have like 14 illusionist decks coming to me in the mail right now. So funny, funny you mentioned that. Let's see here. Oh wow, sarcasm chest, nice, lol. So yeah, the funny coincidence. Yeah, I like to use bicycles for like normal performing and practice, but I have other decks, and like you never really appreciate like what a standardized deck feels like until you grab like a cheap deck that I found like for 8 cents at the dollar store because or like at Goodwill or something, and it's like, wow, these cards are horrendous. Like I can't even do anything with these. I can't use these at all. Like and just like one simple thing, for example, like if you take a look at bicycle backs, it's the same facing this way as this way, and like some of those cheap decks is like you can't do anything with that. Like so hard, so hard. All right, so we have 8-card brainwave for sarcasm and shots coming up. So let me set up for that now. Sarcasm and shots. This is a mentalism trick, as we discussed earlier. And I would like you to get ready to choose a card out of 8, hence the 8-card brainwave. I don't want you to believe that I'm manipulating you in any way, but the manipulation may or may not have already begun. So, what I would like you to do is when you select one of these cards in your mind, maybe don't choose the most obvious one that you first choose because maybe that was predictable. Choose the second or the third one, and don't tell me which one it is. And then when you get to that point, then you can tell me what card you've selected, and I'll prove to you I knew which one you were going to pick all along. You believe this? Okay. Are we ready? Sarcasm and shots, are you ready? Here we go. I've already spread the 8 cards, specifically selected to melt your to help assist with this trick. Alright, remember sarcasm and shots. Your first instinct, maybe don't go to that one. Choose your second or your third one, and don't tell me if it's your second or your third one. And then once you have selected one, go ahead and place the name of that card in chat. That'll both be a reference, and it doesn't matter that I know it, because I've already selected. So the Queen of Hearts. That's interesting. You've selected the Queen of Hearts. I don't know if you knew, statistically speaking, the Queen of Hearts is one of the most selected cards. Would you like to change your mind? Your choice. Last chance. Your next card will be binding. Go ahead and place that in chat now. And if you place Q of Hearts again, I will just say that's okay. No! Okay. You are going to stick with the Queen of Hearts, despite my warnings that the Queen of Hearts is normally selected. So you've selected the Queen of Hearts. That's funny because these cards over here, you would think that I could tell you that they're all blue-backed cards, and you happen to select the only card that was a red-backed card. Weird, right? Could have changed your mind. And that is 8-card Brainwave. Alright, sarcasm in shots. I imagine that it sounds kind of maniacal. And that is 8-card Brainwave, everybody. Alright, thank you for the claps. Hutch, thanks for the laughs, sarcasm, and shots. My laugh is loud. Okay. Awesome. So I have a loud sneeze. Basically, prior to the pandemic, when I would be out in a public place and I sneezed, my wife would get embarrassed about how loud the sneeze was because she felt like everybody in a 40-foot radius would be looking at me. And I'm like, people don't care that I sneeze. It's fine. Honey, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Let's see. Hutch says, I can't wait to see exotic decks. Which ones did you buy? Oh, man. Well, I don't remember which ones I bought, but I have a bunch of cards from like other places like Theory 11 and Vanishing Ink and playing cards. I think it's called Playing Cards Deck Play. No, there's a generic site that I also get some premium decks from, but I guess if you ever want to see those, I can just pull them out. But I already have a bunch. It's just I have some more coming. Let's see. Although if you want to see a unique deck actually right now, I do have one because there's a couple of tricks that I sometimes do with these on stream, and let me just show you these. So these are not a regular deck of playing cards. They are playing cards with letters on them. So here's a few. Here's a couple. And the impetus behind the creation of this deck. So this deck was created by a magician named DMC. Basically an acronym of his name, Drummond Money Coots. He's an English magician. And if you think about this, right, a lot of people, hundreds of years ago, one of the primary ways of entertaining themselves was like playing with playing cards. So a lot of people knew what all the suits were. They knew what all the the numbers were, the rank. But nowadays, there's fewer and fewer people that are playing regular card games with like regular playing cards. And so he created this deck as a way to do Magic in a way that could allow him to connect with them. Because some people don't even know what like this symbol is. Right, that's clubs. To me, that's clubs. I know what it is. I played with a regular deck of cards. I'm now a magician. I know what clubs are. But some people call these clovers, puppy feet. All sorts of things. Right. So that's just. But this is a way in which he can perform doing things like that. So yeah. So that is an example of a different kind of deck that you might see. And I've used that on stream, so I don't know if Gibson Lens is still in, but he has seen the same trick, I think, 3 different times with 3 different outcomes using this deck. So, yeah. Let's see. Hutch says, Asian dad sneezes. I mean, I guess you're right, because my dad also had a loud sneeze, which is, I imagine, how I acquired such a loud sneeze. But let's see. Did you get the Black Tiger deck? I don't think so. That was not one of them that I grabbed. All right. Gibson lens. Eyes! Sorry, did I summon you? I was just talking about how you were present when I've used the DMC alphas to spell out several things. One of which was actually Gibson Lens's name, and that was cool. So I don't know if anybody knows Gibson Lens. He is a pianist. You know what? Let me shout him out again. So Gibson Lens, great piano player. But in his Discord, he he took a screenshot and it's like, it says Gibson Lens, and he had some decisions to make, trying to predict what card it was. I did something awful like shuffling face up into face down cards, which, by the way, always hurts. Even though I'm a magician, it never goes away. It hurts, but you just learn to get used to it as a magician. So, um, yeah, that's a good trick for streaming. Yes, yes, it is. It totally is. Let's see. Hutch says, "Holy moly! I'm looking at the prices of the old decks that I have on eBay." Yeah, FYI, I don't know if you know, like Black Tiger decks, like the original ones, I think go for like at least $50, brand new sealed, like a piece, for a regular deck of playing cards at the time. Which, it might have come out at like $10. So, I don't know why I'm shuffling. I need to set up for Birds of a Feather. Sorry, sorry, sarcasm in shots. Let me set up for this trick for you. I almost messed this one up on a previous stream, and then I started it from the top, and then I got it, so it did not become a boss trick. But I was like, yeah, let me get this. It's okay. It's all cool. All right. Hutch says, I regret opening my decks. Yeah, WTF. I regret my life decisions. My sympathies. Here's the thing. If you don't regret life decisions, are you living life the way that it should be lived? I don't know. That's a philosophical question. I can't answer it for you, but I'm asking it so that you can think about it for yourself. I don't tell anybody how to live their lives. Well, I mean, I guess I have a 1-year-old daughter, so at the moment I'm telling her how to live her life. But once she can make her own decisions, then perhaps it can be different. All right, so this trick was requested by Sarcasm in Shots, so thanks for the request, called Birds of a Feather. Let's see here. So we have some jacks. We've got the Jack of Hearts. And actually, let me not mess this trick up again. Hold on, I'm going to start over. Bloop. We're going to take what we call a mulligan on that one. Because I just realized I need to do something here with that one. Okay, yep. Well, good thing I started over. I was going to mess up. So, luckily, I don't think I revealed anything because it was so early in the trick, so not a big deal. All right, here we go. From the top, doing over mulligan. All right, Birds of a Feather. So we have the 4 jacks here. So we have the Jack of Spades. We have the Jack of Hearts. We have the Jack of Clubs. And we have the Jack of Diamonds. Now, if you were here, Sarcasm in Shots, what we could have you do is I would ask you to cut wherever you would like. Just try and cut like 3/4 of the deck. I will go ahead and simulate your cut here. And now, I would ask you to take 2/3 of the deck off of this one. There. And then I would ask you to take half of this remaining packet There. Now with each one of these, I would like to mark each one of these with one of the jacks that we have. So let's go ahead and mark this one with a jack. We'll mark this one with a jack. Mark this one with a jack. And then finally we will mark this one with the last jack. And now we're going to go ahead and bring out the magic horns. You may have seen these at many musical concerts. You may have seen these on the internet. They're so magical, they're literally everywhere. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and touch the horns to these two piles. And then I'm going to touch the horns again to these two piles. And then I'm going to touch the horns again to these two piles. And with each one of those horn touches, would you believe that they have brought the jacks from these piles down to this pile? Whether you believe that or not doesn't matter, because I'm going to show you all the jacks have now jumped over here. Now you're going to have to trust me on this next part, but wait, there's more. As I said, if you were here, you could cut wherever you wanted, and when you have cut each one of these places, what's the likelihood that you cut to a 4 of a kind? And if you were here, you could have adjusted your cut. It could have been a few cards, down, a few cards up, whatnot. But believe it or not, your simulated cut has revealed 4 aces. Well done, Sarcasm and Shots. Your simulated cuts got you a 4 of a kind. And that, my friends, is birds of a feather flocking together. Let's see. Hutch says, be right back, looking at what decks I haven't opened. Yo, yeah, if you have old decks that were like premium decks or like magician decks, check to see if they're worth anything. And if you don't think you're going to open a deck, sell it, because magicians will want some. Sarcasm Shot says, no way! And to that I respond, yes way! I got so excited there, I hit the table. Shook the camera a little bit. Sarcasm Shots, lol. Thank you for the claps, Sarcasm and Shots. Thank you kindly. All right. And with that, the queue is empty again. So as I don't know if it's been a while since I've done my intro. So if anybody is lurking or has just joined or is interested in me and hasn't been on a stream before and just got here, hi, my name is Nam. I'm also known as Crazy Asian on Twitch. I like to perform sleight of hand card magic, and so that's what I'm streaming. I have co-opted the StreamerSonglist to be able to allow viewers to request tricks, and you can request tricks by going to my StreamerSonglist page. !TL will bring it up for you, so feel free to click on that. You can request any of those tricks. And then normally you can also do !random if you don't know what trick to request. You can just type in !random and it'll put a random one in there. But the problem, as we found tonight with that, is if I've already performed a trick and it hits that one randomly, it can't add it because it'll be like, recently performed that one. So that's currently the problem. But other than that, that is what we are. Let's see. How long have I been going for? An hour and a half. Awesome. So I'll probably go for at least another half an hour. And if nothing else, this is a good practice time. We do have a trick that I do want to perform, and you know what? Maybe I will just go ahead and perform it anyway. But let me set up for it really quick. Actually, do yours first. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. All right. I don't know if anybody in chat is actually from the Rob Kovacs community, but this one is going to be one you won't want to miss, i.e. Gibson Lens. If you're still in chat, you probably want to watch this one. All right, so this one is so new, it is not on my YouTube channel yet. I just learned it like 3 days ago. I don't even know what to call it. I haven't even done the research to see if there's appropriate attribution yet as well. And well, actually, I can add Magician's Choice for this and just so we can keep it, we can track it. Boop boop boo. Boop boop boo. So yeah, this one is so new. I haven't even done all the things, but I want to do it anyway. And so this one is actually, if there was anything that would summon Chris M. Yee, he would totally be here. Let's see. Call it the Sarcasm in Shots. It will be the perfect name, I swear. That is funny. That is funny. Now, it's similar to another trick that I've done called Illogical Conclusion. But all right, here we go. We have 2 piles of 4 cards. So this pile is the black the black card pile, because it contains 4 black spot cards. And so that is what these cards are. We're going to place these down here. And then this one is 4 red cards, because they are 4 red spot cards. Okay. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to slowly swap 1 card out at a time. So I'm going to place one there, so take out a red spot card. And I'm going to scoop this black spot card onto the packet. Now if I were to count through these, you would expect that there is another black spot card. But if you would be impressed, I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and I'll drop it. So now if I show you, there's actually only red spot cards here in this packet. I know, super weird, right? But look, here, we'll do another switch. So I'm going to go ahead and place this here. And we'll scoop this next one up. There. And I'm going to go ahead and grab one. This will be the black spot card. I'll drop it. And would you believe that there's actually no black spot cards? They're all red spot cards. Now, if you don't believe it, I'm going to do 2 at once. 1, 2. All right. And I'll scoop both of these up into the packet, like so. And now I'm going to grab 1 and 2 and drop the cards there. And now, would you believe that these are all now red spot cards again? Because if I show you, they're all red spot cards again. Now, would you believe that these are the 4 black spot cards? If you said yes, that would be normally a great assumption, right? That would be based on educated guess, based on logic, right? But these cards don't say that. These cards all say something different. These cards all say, I do want to do this in the correct order because it matters. These cards say, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number. Call me maybe. And that is my handling and performance of a trick that I'm currently calling Red Packet, Black Packet, themed as the final punchline being, call me maybe. There we go. And let's see here. Sarcasm in Shots says, what? Lol, ha ha ha. And let's see. Thanks for the emotes, Gibson Lens and Sarcasm in Shots. And Gibson Lens, you were here. Call me maybe. Call Call me maybe emotes, yeah. So for anybody who is not in on the insider, there's this inside joke where we keep on trying to get some musicians to keep on playing "Call Me Maybe" inside of other songs, and Chris M. Yee has a clip show. So he's a variety streamer. He plays a bunch of different games. He plays Fall Guys, but every other Saturday he has the Clip M. Yee show, and he features clips. And one of those clips is called the "Call Me Maybe." So. And that is basically why I'm doing this, so I'm totally going to clip that for him. But that was this trick. So hopefully that was fun, and hopefully that was a oh my god, what moment for other people in chat right now. So hopefully you enjoyed that sarcasm and shots. And Gibson, I'm glad you were here to experience that. So yeah, we're totally going to highlight that. Let's see. Gibson asks, "Do you know Get Smart, the TV show and the movie, like based on the old show?" Agent Smart said, "Would you believe a lot?" Yeah, I think secretly he could have been a magician in an alternate life. I vaguely remember like the old Get Smart show with Maxwell Smart and Agent 99 or whatever her name was. So, but yeah, anyway, totally wanted to do that. But I was thinking, oh, if I perform it now, and it would hopefully be available in time for his next clip show, which is next week on Saturday. Speaking of Chris M.U., let's call him out because I mentioned him already. And if anybody wants to, I guess, let's see, Chris M.E. All right, make sure I spell that right. So yeah, if anybody wants to check out Chris M.E. And then also we mentioned Rob Kovacs. He is prominently featured on the Clip M.E. show, and that's kind of where this inside joke mostly comes from, or at least that's how it came to me originally, and then I was like, what? There's so much. So, yeah, so Rob Kovacs is a pianist, also plays a lot of video game music, and he has a bunch of originals and yacht rock, so he plays a lot of things. But it's a very fun time. Let's see here. Sarcasm and Shots says, like maybe not the most difficult one, but oh, that's a follow-up to his question. Crazy Asian, what's your favorite sleight of hand card trick? I don't know which one is my favorite, but I have a particular sleight, which I don't really want to name on stream, but basically a lot of tricks that use this sleight are like my favorites. So like that trick you just saw does use it heavily, and all of the twisting tricks use this sleight. So like a lot of these tricks that use this sleight are my favorite. But if I had to name one that I haven't performed tonight that does use it, it's called Illogical Conclusion. So if you want to see that, feel free to request that. But in the interim, we do have another request. Thanks for the request, Sarcasm and Shots. It's the 4-card trick by the man who invented the sleight that I'm talking about. His name is Alex Elmsley. Alright, and let me just make sure this is set up properly. I don't want to mess this up on stream. It'd be a shame if I had my camera switched and you guys were seeing everything, but okay, good. It's not. I am correctly in chat mode. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Alright, Sarcasm and Shots. Are you ready? I'm going to need to send you something through the internet pipes during this trick, so prepare your body. Alright, so this is called the 4-card trick. Now, in order to do the 4-card trick, we're going to need 4 cards. Go figure, right? And there's a special property about these cards. These are actually all blank cards. And so Now, sometimes when we want something to be printed, we want something to be printed that could be seen as any card. And so if I go ahead and I just give the packet a little bit of a shake, it effectively births a joker. So this is your typical wild card. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this joker and I'm going to place it into the pack like so. And you'll be able to tell where the joker is, because if I were to count through them like this, you'll still see the joker. But now this is where I'm going to need your help, sarcasm and shots. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the essence of the joker out. And I'm going to send the joker to you through the internet pipes. So get ready to grab it. There you go. It's hopefully traveling. Hopefully you have it. Let me know when it is safe with you. And let's see, the internet is, oh, we got, all right, we got some emotes. Why so serious? Okay, just got it. Excellent. So now, if I count through the cards again, you'll see that the joker has vanished. Because look, it's gone. So now we've got all of our cards facing the same direction, all blank. But now I'm going to need the joker back. So sarcasm and shots, please send the joker back through the internet pipes to me. And I'm going to be ready to, preparing my body to receive the joker. Do I have it? Did I get it? I don't know. It's not like it's tangible, so it's very tough for me to, oh, my apologies. I did not mean to completely obscure the cards, but my hands were here, so, unless I did sleight of foot or something. All right, it's on the way. Here it goes. All right, caught it. All right, there we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place it gently back onto the pack. There we go. Now, would you believe that the joker is now back in the pack? Because now if I count through, look, it's actually there. And that is how we send a joker through the internet pipes. But a lot of people will say that, oh, you can tell the joker because the joker is on the face, and like all these other cards, they are blank. And you would be correct, but what you may not know is that there's a particular side effect of sending things through the internet pipes. And if I show you the backs, you'll be able to tell the joker from the back as well, because these cards never left my hands and stayed here the entire time. They're blue backed. But there's this strange thing when we send them through the internet pipes. They change properties. And this has now become a red backed joker. And that, my friends, is a 4-card trick. All right, let's see. Gibson Lens, thank you for the Joker emotes. Sarcasm and Shots, thank you for the and the lulls. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is everybody being entertained? Is everybody entertained? So yeah, I have been known to mess up on stream sometimes. I don't want to jinx it for today, but I'm doing okay. The one scary thing about doing a magic on live stream is if I mess up, I could be giving away magical secrets. Admittedly, the first year in which I started doing sleight of hand magic was 2019, and a large majority of what I still do is basically available from free resources. A lot of it's out there. But most people probably don't want to sit through like a 30-minute video to learn how to do one trick. So that's probably the saving grace. But if you don't teach magic to people, the art of magic will die. And so we need people to teach magic. But I'm getting to the point where like I've started to pay for tricks and like pay for tutorials at magic stores, paying for magic books, which a lot of brilliant things are in magic books that have never been put on the internet, surprisingly. So. see. Hutch says, I swear I had a ghost deck, but I did find an unopened original Black Tiger. Yo! Sell that. I would probably kind of be excited for it, except for the fact that I found that even old decks, when you open them, they're not that great all the time, especially if they haven't been stored like perfectly well and everything. So, all right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we have another trick request. All right, awesome. This one will also take some prep, so please bear with me. Got to figure out how to do this for sarcasm and shots specifically, because that's who requested this. Okay. All right. Yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? Uh-oh, I'm running into an issue, maybe. Oh no, sarcasm and shots. You've reached your trick limit. I am just going to go ahead and add a random one for you. I never expected anybody to hit a trick limit, so. But here we are, the reality of things. I may have to adjust that until, until I get bigger and have like huge audience, which I don't really foresee happening. All right, let me see here. My apologies for taking so long. Hopefully you will understand in a bit. All right. Okay, so we have a request for Play It Straight Triumph, which is actually the trick that I mentioned earlier that I've done using these cards, the DMC alphas that have letters on them. So, sarcasm and shots, since you are the person that has requested this, let's do this trick for you, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a choice. So let's just cut into the deck somewhere. And you have a choice of, let's just spread out some cards. Let's say 1 through 13, and this will be your selection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so 1 to 13, that'll be your choice. So go ahead and pick while I catch up on your chat messages. Yep, we are finding out the limits tonight. It's okay. I will leer. I will just have to learn names. Typo. Yep, got it. 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is your selection. Okay, would you like to change your mind? All right, so we'll assume that 3 is your selection. And okay, what we want to do here, okay, cool, awesome. And what we want to do here is now separate the deck into about 4 equal parts. Let's say here. They don't have to be like exact. They can be roughly equal, but just roughly equal. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do something that I mentioned earlier. Pains basically everybody, not just magicians, but normal people, people who have OCD, people who like things to be neat and orderly. We are going to shuffle face up into face down cards. You heard me right. We're doing it. So look, I'm going to shuffle here. And we're going to do it again. And we're going to do it one more time. And now we have shuffled face up into face down cards. Trust me, it hurts me more than it hurts you. The pain never goes away. But now what we're going to do is try and find your... Oh, crap. I might have messed up. Your card is right here. I can end it as a comedy routine. Haha, I found your card. There it is. No, it's okay. Let me try and recover here. Let me see how this can go. All right. This is going to be a little bit tough because you happen to hit, as we discussed earlier, you happen to hit the limit, sarcasm and shots. So I'm going to try and get you to name your card, hopefully. It's a 50-50 shot, but I'll take it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and, in times like this, when I need an out, I've taught my shadow how to perform magic. So I'm going to go ahead and cast my hand over the deck, and my shadow is now doing dirty work to the deck because that's everything that is needed to hopefully fix my situation. And all right, hopefully the shadow has now completed its work. So something that I have to tell you, sarcasm and shots. The deck, because it's 52 cards, there's 54 cards actually. The jokers are yes and no, and then there's basically 2 of every other letter in the deck, except there's like 3 E's, and there's fewer of things like there's like 1 Z, 1 J, things like that. But so there might be a little discrepancy, but hopefully there's enough stuff that you understand what's going on. So I'm now going to spread the deck, and hopefully the deck, my shadow, has done the work that needed to do. So here we go. All right, there is some cards face up. Actually, for your orientation, let me spread it this way for ease of... Okay, and now there's some cards that are face up, but let me just slowly start pulling these cards out. So it's spelling something. Sar. Sark. Sarka. I wonder what that means. Do you know what that means? Sarcasm and shots? Do you know? Sarcasm. Ooh. Did you know that it might spell out sarcasm? That's a very strange thing that you've done. Sarcasm and shots. Your selection here. What do we have? A, N, D, and O, T. I am just going to reposition this a little bit. And the reason why I was telling you about my limitation here, I believe, can you predict what this card is? I think you can probably predict what this is. Oh, let me move the and also into frame. If you said N, sarcasm and snot, that would not be correct. H, correct. So let me just go ahead and flip that over. Sarcasm and shot. Long story short, your name has a frickin' ton of S's, and there's literally only 2 S's in the deck. So, yep. But and you also happened to hit like the ambiguous section where it was like, oh no, it could be one of 2 letters unless I did something like that. But anyway, well done, good job. So hopefully you enjoyed that sarcasm and shots. This trick performed for you, and if there was any ambiguity, sarcasm and shot. There you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. All right, thank you for the claps, sarcasm and shots. Thank you kindly. Hopefully you enjoyed that. right. And then I believe I put this in because Sarcasm and Shots was like, ooh, let's do another random one. So let's. So actually, this random one was the only one in my trick list that also uses cards. I mean, it uses coins as well. Sorry, also uses coins, but it does use cards as well. But yeah, I don't have any other coin tricks really. All right, Sarcasm and Shot says sweet. There's an extra E in there, so I have to elongate the eat. All right, first things first. Let's perform the coin matrix. So first things first, man, I've said that a lot in the past like 1 minute. We have 4 coins. I should learn how to take out some of those extra words. I'm going to go ahead and place them into 4 corners of a rectangle here. I don't want to push them too far because then they'll be off camera. So, and then we're going to need 4 cards. Oh, let's use red ones so it contrasts better. I was about to grab blue back cards and it's like, wait, I have a blue mat. So. You may have seen other magicians perform a trick like this, and this is a classic of magic, the coin matrix, where we make coins appear like they are teleporting around basically the table. And so that's what I'm going to try and do. So if I go ahead and let's just straighten these out for a second. Would you believe that I can make this coin travel from here up to this corner? If you don't believe that, watch. Because look, it has done that. And now I'm going to make this one teleport up there. And now we have one more to go. And that is a coin matrix. This is the simplest, easiest version that is sleight of hand based, and it looks pretty cool. I saw it and I was like, oh, I need to learn that. And so this is one of the few tricks that is not just a card trick to me. So this is the coin matrix. Some people do crazier things with it. Sarcasm and Shot says, sweet, how do you do that so fast? Practice. So actually, a couple of the other magicians that stream on Twitch, so there aren't many of us. I think if you saw T Cards raid in earlier, he is one. So, but he's got, does he have a trick? Or at least I haven't seen him perform too many coin tricks, but let's just shout out all the magicians right now. So T Cards, he's a magician. He has variety streams, so he'll stream a bunch of other stuff. But the other 2 that I'm going to shout out primarily stream just magic. So there's a magician named Hallowthorn, and he is a Singaporean magician, and he has a crazy version of this, where it's not just like 4 coins doing what I just did. His routine's like much longer, and he does way more intricate stuff with coins. So totally recommend him for that. Then the other magician that primarily streams just magic is also his name's Infozar. So Infozar. I have to remember that there's an X in there. Oh, hold on, my shout out for Hallowthorn didn't work because I'm probably time limited. Ah ha ha ha. I probably need to change that so I can shout out a bunch of people in succession. Oh, I just got a follow. Thanks for the follow, K. Delenivati. K. Delen. Hopefully that is okay if I can address you as such. And then Infozar. So yeah, these are basically the other magicians that I am aware of that stream magic. So. But that is the coin matrix. Okay, all right. Let's see. Last call for requesting tricks. If anybody wants to request any tricks, now's the time. And if you've hit the limit, Sarcasm and Shots, let me know. I will just add something. If not, I think I would like to request. I'm going to add one of my boss tricks from last stream as the ending trick, as the final trick. So I'll go ahead and add that now. But if anybody wants another one, let me know. And then if not, we'll do that one, and then we'll figure out who to raid. Boo boo. Request. Let's see. Yes, I did say last call, sarcasm in shots. Yeah, welcome in, K. Delen. Oh yes, if you would like to request something, feel free, exclamation point TL, to view my trick list, which is basically a co-opted streamer song list, and request. So long story short, sarcasm in shots, I'm probably going to be streaming, I'm guessing at least once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm feeling ambitious. I do have a full-time job otherwise and a relatively new parent. So I kind of find it hard to have time, but I'm going to try and do that. But this is my 7th stream ever, and I think this should be the last one that I needed to hit before becoming affiliate. So I've kind of wanted to do like fun things with redeems and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But I should be around. But if you want to see more magic and I'm not around, this is probably a good time to plug. I have a YouTube channel in which I have a ton of tricks, and I saw your request, K. Delen. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the queue anyway. I did do it earlier tonight, but it's been a bit. It's also a fast trick. But yeah, exclamation point TL to do that in the future. Because sorry, TR trick request. But I'll just request it for you. And we'll toss that and we'll bump that. And yeah, if you're looking for more magic in like a very focused way, I did have an extremely aggressive magic project earlier this year in which I performed 100 tricks. Oh, sarcasm shots. You followed me from Halathorn's stream. Oh, okay, yeah. So actually, you've seen his trick then, so I can spoil it to you probably because you've seen his trick where it's like, oh, hey, here's 4 coins. Ah, I'm cheating. I'm actually using more coins. And then there's like 12 coins on the table. I'm like, what? Where the hell did all those coins come from? So yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you're looking for more magic, earlier this year I did an aggressive magic project where I performed, recorded, and uploaded 100 magic tricks in 100 real-time days. And that project's up, ready to view. If you want to view them, there it is. Checking out the YouTube videos, though. Cool, yeah. And then after the project was done, I'm still continuing to put tricks up. Actually, literally before this stream, I recorded 2 tricks to be scheduled for later in August. So I'm doing 1 trick a week now because 1 a day is just unsustainable. 1 a week is manageable, so that's what I'm doing. So if you want to see more, there it is. So and also, if you're nerdy geeky and you like nerdy geeky things, if you go back in time before that 100 trick project, I have me performing magic tricks with cards from card games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and components from board games like Ticket to Ride, Sheriff of Nottingham, and things like that. So if you go back in time on my YouTube, there's a bunch of those as well. All right, let's go ahead and perform Dr. Daly's last trick for K. Delen, which is going to require 4 aces. So let's grab them. All right. Here we go. Dr. Daly's last trick. So, just for some history points, if anybody is interested, why it's called Dr. Daly's last trick. There was a magician named Dr. Jacob Daly, and he was a literal medical doctor. And this trick was basically what he was seen working on, like, shortly before he died, I believe unexpectedly. But all of the big magicians at the time knew him and knew he was working on it. So one of the other magicians published in their latest book this trick, which is now known as Dr. Daly's last trick because it was the last trick that he was seen and known to have been working on. So it just uses the 4 aces. It's pretty simple. Now, if I show you that we have the ace of spades here and I place it down, and I place the ace of clubs down on top of it, like so, where would you say the ace of spades is? Would you say it's on the bottom or the top? And Kay Delenn, are you still available in chat? Would you like to make a guess, or would you like me to just proceed? And would you guess, where would you guess the clubs is? The clubs is on top, clubs on bottom. Let's see for a moment. Let me catch up on chat here. Okay, so let's see. The bottom you would guess is the spade. Okay, so a lot of people would guess that the spade is here and that the club is here. And I will let you know that the ace of spades is actually on the top. Yeah, the ace of spades is on the top. And actually the ace of clubs is not on the top, it's actually on the bottom. So that's where the ace of spades and the ace of clubs are, because these are the red aces over here. And that is Dr. Daly's last trick. I think folklore goes he was actually like showing it to like the nurse on his on his medical bed in the hospital. It's only hearsay though. I don't know. All right. Anyway, thank you for the request, Kay Delenn, for that, and thanks for the laughs, sarcasm, and shots. All right. So let's see. Kay Delenn says, "Well played. Thank you kindly." All right. Let's see. Once again, last call. If anybody wants to see anything, feel free to add stuff to the queue. Otherwise, I will set up for my intended last trick of the night, Traveling Man. All right, let's see. Either Kay Delenn or sarcasm and shots. For this final trick, we are going to need one suit selected. So you guys can either fight it out amongst yourselves or agree to agree, and we will either need the spade, club, hearts, or diamonds selected. Think about it or discuss in chat at the moment. I will switch to the main screen. Let me also go ahead and close off the queue for the time being. Okay, so Kay Delenn has made it first and said hearts, so we'll go with hearts, but you'll see why that's important in a minute. But all the cards will now be just on screen the entire time. Also, before we get there, I do want to introduce the concept of boss tricks. So normally if I mess up a trick or I don't do it to my full satisfaction, oh, I put an S on it. I make it a boss trick for any follow-up streams for later. And so I did this one last stream. I didn't really mess it up. I just did something that was like, oh, I needed to make that a little bit smoother on one part. And if you go watch it, there's probably nothing wrong with it. But I was not satisfied. So we're doing it again, and it's a boss trick to me. So I just want to say to anybody who's in chat right now, we're going to encounter a boss. So this is a boss trick, and this is going to be my final trick for the night, barring any weird raids that come in that I feel obligated to be like, hey, raiders. So, but first things first, I do want to show you. So you'll notice that there's 4 cards from 2 different decks. You'll notice that there's 4 red-backed cards and 4 blue-backed cards. Now, the reason why I need to tell you that is that they're all the kings, and they're actually from. I do want to show you that they're in the same order. So you'll see that they are clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. And so earlier we've had hearts selected. And so what I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and reorder these so that the hearts is actually in the third position from the top. What would be the top if it's face down? And I do want them to be the same, so let's go ahead and do that over here as well. Okay, so now we've got spade, heart, diamond, and clubs. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close up these packets. And so we've got the red back packet here and the blue back packet here. And I'm going to go ahead and invisibly grab, man, I shouldn't have opened my mouth. We have a raid. Thank you to the Collectible Network for the raid. Let's see. So first of all, I'm going to put this trick on pause for a second. And let's see. We're going to first shout out the Collectible Network. The Collectible Network. How was your stream? What'd you do? I don't know if we've come crossed paths. But let me give you a follow, and I'll promise to figure out what you do. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Well, thank you for the raid. Thank you for hosting as well. For anybody who is just joining or part of the raid, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, on Twitch. And if you're not aware, I'm a sleight of hand magic enthusiast. And I enjoy performing sleight of hand magic, and that's basically what I'm doing. So mostly doing card tricks. I've also co-opted a StreamerSonglist to be able to allow people to request tricks. Admittedly, I was going to finish up and raid out, but I got a raid, and so I feel obligated and to turn on my song list again. So if anybody's interested and wants to request a trick, exclamation point TL to bring up the trick list. And you can request things as though they're a streamer song list. We did do a bunch of tricks tonight. If you want to see something that has already been done, just let me know. I'll go ahead and put that in and we'll perform it again. But in the interim, let me just catch up with chat here. So let's see. Welcome in Disaster Film, CL Gravy, A Red Raider, Gafford, C1NRB, Conair, Lucky Draw MJ. I'm bad at reading at the moment. Mic check 12 yeah, I'm currently in the middle of a trick called Traveling Man, as requested by, this was requested by, oh, actually it was requested by me, because this was going to be my final trick. But for you guys, if you guys want to see one after this. So anyway, we just had so we have a blue packet of 4 cards, all kings, a red packet of 4 cards, 4 kings. I was in the process of, we had K. Delenn select a suit out of the 4 kings. Chosen was hearts, and I was going to invisibly grab the hearts from each pile. And so look, I'm grabbing the blue hearts now, grabbing the red hearts king. Now I'm going to swap them. I'm going to go ahead and place the blue backed king of hearts into the red pile, and placing the red backed king of hearts into the blue pile. And now, whether you believe me or not, they have switched, because if I go ahead and I count through this, there's actually a blue back card. And if I show you, it's actually the king of hearts. And over here we have, if I show you, there's a red back card in this pile now, and that is the king of hearts as well. So now what I want to do is, let me go ahead and restore these piles. So that's going back in the red pile, this is going back in the blue pile. And so if I show you, these are all the red back cards, and here's all the blue back cards. But look, we're going to do it again. Watch. I'm going to invisibly grab. I'm now going to invisibly grab the blue-backed King of Hearts and invisibly grab the red-backed King of Hearts. And now I'm going to, once again, swap them. I'm going to go place the blue-backed King of Hearts into the red pile. And I'm going to place the red-backed King of Hearts into the blue pile. And would you believe it, they have now swapped again. Because if I show you, and if you were here, either originally Sarcasm and Shots and K. Delen were here, you each could place your fingers on each of the packets and just spread. And you can see now that there is a card of the opposite color in each pack. And if I show you, these are all the other kings, because the two kings that had swapped, as I mentioned, are the King of Hearts. And that, my friends, is the traveling man. Whew, okay. All right. Let me catch up on chat because I didn't really read any of the chat messages. So I was like, okay, don't forget where you are in the trick. Don't forget where you are in the trick. So let's see. You stopped mid-grab, promise. All right. Let's see. Howdy. Give us a button and we'll push it. Tell us what you're going to grab already. Hey, ha ha ha. Welcome, Raiders. Don't mess this up. Oh yeah, I was trying not to. I was like, oh my god, remember where the hell you are. Remember the hell. Okay, you stopped mid-grab, promise. Spade. Let's see. What would you do if I just started floating? What does that mean? If anybody could explain. What's going on with your fingers over there? My fingers? I don't know. They're okay. I do magic with them. I eat with them. I pick things up. I put them down. Do you like this gig? If you're talking about me performing, I mean, this is not a gig. I'm currently streaming for fun. So Sleight of Hand magic is my hobby. Also, YouTube is my hobby, and now I'm trying to. So today is my 7th stream. This is my 7th stream. So hopefully I get affiliate after this one. T-shirt is legit. I will generally agree. So there's actually a mistake on this T-shirt, which I do have 2 of these. One is the corrected version. One is the incorrect version. So if anybody knows the original Nintendo controller, where is it? Yeah, the A and B buttons are swapped here. So this one is incorrectly man, I don't want to point to it. Actually, I'm pointing to my nipple, but it's actually so. Anyway, so the A button is technically supposed to be on the outside, and the B button's on the inside. This one mislabeled it. So let's see, NBA and NFL cards. Nope, don't do those. I refer to most sports as sports ball. It's not that I don't enjoy watching sports, but I don't care about teams or anything. So, but if anybody cares, I have performed magic. Sleight of Hand magic with cards from like card games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Android Netrunner, those kinds of things. Let's see. What about eggs? I'm sure I've missed the context of what about eggs. Thanks, man. Have fun. Good people here. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Collectible Network. Broke some card packs. Had a few hits. They do different kinds of card tricks. Are we talking about cracking packs for like collectible card games? Are the blue ones worth more than the red ones? No, they're both generally equally worth, but they can just open plastic all day. Whoa! Do you ever wish you had a third hand? I'm sure many people have wished that we've had a third hand occasionally, so yeah. I don't want to say never, but I guess if I'm given a wish, I would probably not waste it on that. This is right up Chael's alley. That wasn't the question. Do you like your job? Oh. I don't even know if that's even targeted to me, but yes, I like my job. I am a software engineer. I currently work for a decent company. So, why do I always join people right before they're trying to peace out? I don't know. It's maybe just statistics. I don't know. Have you ever seen a guy with a fake head? Yes. This fella is way too organized and squared away. Well, thank you kindly if you are talking about me. Does sleight of hand use include upskirts? No, not typically. Can you do the zip disk disappearing trick that Tom Cruise does in Mission Impossible 1? I vaguely remember something in that scene looking like he makes it disappear, but I don't recall exactly what it looks like. So, mic check. Show me a trick. Okay, we're gonna get there. CL Gravy, Red Hot Mama. Okay, that is a trick we can do. That is actually. Let me. Hold on. I gotta put these cards back in their original decks here. We can do Red Hot Mama. Okay. So, man, chat's so fast I can't keep up. First of all, let me set this trick as performed. I'm going to add Red Hot Mama is also known as Chicago Opener, so we'll add that. Go by Chunky. Okay, that's it. Red card, 6 of spades. Blue cards, Jack of clubs. Flip 'em. All right. Hey, what's your favorite quote from Con Air? I don't remember that. You were about to grab something. Tricks. All right. Is this like 2-card Monty? I did perform 2-card Monty earlier. I can tell which one is blue and which one is red just by looking at them. Yes. Put them back. You bet. Are you any good at Tetris? No. I think I understand Tetris theory. I'm not fast enough reflex-wise. Hot damn! Alright, bruh. TF? The fuck? Alright, he just switched them with his hands. I saw it. Back in. Again. Trick table. No trick table. This is sleight of hand magic. Photoshop. Alright, that'd be cool if I could do it. I like it. He's a witch! You're magic, duh! Alright, double lift, false shuffle. Let's see. No false shuffles in that one. See, I saw that on Facebook. Do Red Hot Mama. Okay. I will do the Red Hot Mama. Phrasing? Phrasing. Are we still doing phrasing? Okay. I'm just going to pause. I think you guys are waiting for a trick. I'm just reading chat. So let me just do the trick, and then I go back to reading chat. So if there's anything more pertinent, I haven't gotten to it yet. Okay, so first things first. Okay, so we have a deck. We can have any card selected. So is there anybody from Collectible Network's stream that would like to make a selection? I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. Let's say 1 to 52, somewhere in the middle, preferably. maybe not towards the bottom, so I don't have to count all the way down. But I just realized the problem with this. I have to scroll chat to see the answer. All right, hold on. Scrolling chat. Let's see, 34. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 33, 34. Okay, that's the selection. That will be the selection. Doesn't matter that I know what it is. If anybody knows the plot of Red Hot Mama, you'll probably know that it doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. This is the selection. It is the Queen of Hearts. Amazing. We've had the Queen of Hearts selected multiple times tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to lose the Queen of Hearts into the deck. So there we go, like so. Now what I'm going to do is slowly, surely cast my shadow over the deck. And my hand shadow is actually going to do the dirty work right now. And believe it or not, the Queen of Hearts has actually just changed a little bit. If I spread, you'll be able to tell it has become... Well, I guess the conclusion to be made is that it has become a red-backed card. Because if I show you now, take a look, it is actually the Queen. Now, here's the thing. If I go ahead and have another selection selected, right? So if I go ahead and just spread through and... why doesn't somebody just go ahead and say stop, and I'll just give you a choice of like a few cards. And so somebody's typing stop in chat. Going back, going forward. Stop. Okay, so here we have, all right. Let's do one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one of those would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is actually the selection. If you had gone one more, it would have been this. That's not your selection. It would have been Queen of Spades. But instead, your selection is this one. Okay, 5 of clubs. Doesn't matter that I know what it is. We're going to go ahead and hide it back in the deck. Okay. Once again, taking my hand, casting the shadow over the deck, and going to do the dirty work. And believe it or not, that should turn the back of the 5 of clubs. I mean, sometimes it happens. 5 and it was a 5. That's purely coincidental. But I don't see any red back cards. Hold on. Shadow, did you do your job? Okay, that's strange because it should have turned itself to a red back. And so, I don't know. I hope it didn't mess us up. Oh, wait. We do have a red back card. It's right here. And actually, you know, when I had my hand over, part of the shadow must have actually crossed over this because I think it was a very fuzzy hazy. So actually, was your card, and we know, is this a 5 of clubs? It is indeed the 5 of clubs. All right, and that is Red Hot Mama. All right, let's see. Going back to chat where I picked off. Let's see. New trick, new trick. Hit us with a quickie, your best one. All right, this is awesome, guys. You fooled us. F you. Okay. Holy crap, we did. We had the same response. Oh, let us find it. No cord. Can you switch shirts mid-trick without telling? I understand the concept of switching shirts very quickly, but I am not equipped to do that. Also, if you are interested in that, the kind of magic that quickly changing clothes, it's called quick change. So there's a lot more popular ones now as of late. So let's see. Getting interested. Point at it slowly. Always looking for errors. Worth more than way. Okay. We've been saying way more nipple pointing needed here. Indeed, he has not missed context about what about eggs. Okay. For the third hand, would you rather have a baby arm or a lobster claw? I mean, easy lobster claw. Come on. We have our first person that's seen a fake head. All right. Let's see. Woo, Red Hot Mama it is. All right, we have our first person who is going to do Red Hot Mama on stream. Oh, really? Are there other magicians who are not doing Red Hot Mama on stream? Or are we taking Red Hot Mama, doing Red Hot Mama as far as, like, you know, the other interpretive context? The collectible network. Good raid, buddy. All right, awesome. Thank you for the kind words that you guys are excited to be here. Ditto, the real trick is doing a trick while reading chat. Oh, yeah, I know. It is actually so hard. No one can do that. Disaster. I bet there is. Let's see. 8 of Joker, 34. Okay, so now we're in the trick. I remember reading. All right, so let's see. CL Graves says, dude, that's legit. How did he pick 5 is on 5? Oh, yeah, that was purely coincidental. Or was it? That must be that time of month. I'm gonna S a brick. You should probably use lube. I freaking knew it! Come on, don't burn him! What the what? What taff? Dark magic, heresy! He has the stronghold. Who's gonna pay for this underwear I just ruined? I mean, if it's washable, you can wash it. Let's see. Where da Queen o' Hearts? We have ourselves another Twitch Witch. Okay. Good Magic is one of the best new stallions turning out mares in Kentucky right now. Do you guys know each other? I don't know. Do you respect large-scale stage magic? I mean, I respect the art of magic performance. So, I mean, as much as I am not going to perform stage magic, I mean, I respect it. I think it's good. There are a lot of things that are done on stage that I can't explain. And, like, when you learn about magic, you learn to question everything on stage. Like, the things about stage is that you can do a lot more stuff that is not, like, doable, like, in a close-up situation, like I'm trying to do here. But somebody asked for a quick trick, and I can I can do this one pretty quick. So sometimes, first of all, if anybody's unaware, there's a family of tricks called color changes. And basically, you hold a card. You hold two cards actually as one card. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling anything for some people, but you hold two cards as one. So in this case, we have Six of Clubs and the Queen of Hearts. And there's certain ways in which you can make them change pretty fast. And it looks pretty good in real life too. But look, if I go ahead and I grab the 6 and I place it here, and I hold the Queen up here, right, I can actually swap them very quickly, because if I go ahead and I just color change it, it's going to change. Look pretty good, right? But where's the Queen? Well, what if I told you it was right here? And that, my friends, is the snap change. So that was a quick trick for you guys. Let's see. How many women did you saw in half before you decided to stick to sleight of hand? I've sawed 0 women in half, or I've sawed 0 people in half. Let's see, Gafford, keep your stream strong. Nightseas, all right. Good night, Gafford. Thanks for hanging out. You ever tried to get that on Penn and Teller show? No. The big thing about Penn and Teller is that they do want to showcase great magic. I don't know if I have much to my name quite yet. Kind of trying to change that. So if anybody doesn't know, and if you're looking for more magic, I should probably change my. So if you're looking for more magic, I have a YouTube channel, and I did a lot of stuff on YouTube prior to doing this. But if anybody wants to check that out, feel free. I've got a lot of videos on there. One of the projects that I did earlier this year is called 100 Tricks in 100 Days. So I performed, recorded, and uploaded 100 tricks in 100 real-time days. And so if anybody wants to see that, there's a link to the promo video and the playlist. So if anybody wants to check those out, feel free. So if you're looking for more magic and there isn't any, there's some for you. Okay, let's see here. Do you know Cheap Trick? I do not know Cheap Trick. I learned one crappy little sleight of hand for my middle school students, and it blows my mind every time. I'm not even good at it. Oh, it blows their mind every time. Yes, I mean, even if you know something and it seems super obvious, if you can just perform it really well, A, it can still blow minds, and B, at the end of the day, like, magic's supposed to be entertainment, right? So if I mess up a trick, by the way, there's a real risk where if I'm performing live streaming, I can mess up, and you know, it'll be on the VOD, like, when it goes up later, right? But you know, at the end of the day, if you're entertained, right, then at least I did my job of performing and entertaining you, right? Like, you don't call out every musician's like little music mess up, like, oh, hey, you messed up there, right? First of all, that'd be really disrespectful. But you know, if you were entertained by, you know, they're playing the song, how is this really any different? The risk is I might reveal a secret of magic, but most of the time people don't know the implication. If I mess up, it's like, oh, I have to start over. Okay, hopefully you didn't see anything. And that being said, I have had issues where I do mess up on stream, and so I'm doing a thing called boss tricks. Oh, actually, I forgot. We encountered a boss earlier, and we beat it. I forgot to add to the count. Beat boss. Okay, so, and man, I did it again. Boss trick. So, boss tricks are tricks in which I messed up or I didn't perform to my 100% satisfaction on a previous stream. So when I do them again later, it's called a boss trick. So I make sure I go do my homework, make sure I don't mess up next time, and yeah. So sweet. Obviously live over Twitch is a huge draw to see it uninterrupted. Yeah. So see, I can make a 37-ounce lasagna disappear in about 40 minutes. That's pretty good. That's like, you know, an ounce a minute almost. Nice. You working on any original illusions? I do not have anything original. The closest thing that I can call an original, and I don't feel comfortable performing it at the moment, I'll probably add it to my trick list, you know, after I become an affiliate probably. But if you go into my YouTube channel and search for Fantastic Four, there's a card trick that used to be called the Fabulous Four, the Fantastic Four. It has both names, but it had nothing to do with the Marvel Fantastic Four, and that bothered the hell out of me. So I was like, I want a trick that is called the Fantastic Four, and it represents the Fantastic Four. So I drew like my inspiration from like 3 or 4 other tricks, combined it all to make one presentation called the Fantastic Four, and it's like the Marvel Fantastic Four. So if you search for that trick on YouTube, actually I can post links in my own channel. Let me go ahead and let me see here. Fantastic Four Marvel card trick. And yeah, Marvel style. Copy. Alright, so yeah, if anybody wants to check out, this is probably the closest thing that I would claim to be like an original trick. Let's see, Disaster streams it. Will probably love you more, all the more you don't get one clean every now and then. Yeah, you know, it's only human, right? Like, I can't be perfect 100% of the time, so. I like it. Is this Soroy? I don't know who's Soroy. This is Soroy's lane for sure. You missed it and you're missing it. Okay, learn magic for next stream. I mean, I have a lot of tricks, so I mean, I could just pull from things that are not currently on stream, but okay, let's see. What is another one that I can do for you guys while we've got you here? There is one that I do like doing that was a boss trick a couple streams ago, and I think I would like to get more practice on it. So let's do it. Siroy's brother runs the collectible network. Oh, okay, cool. You're the only person that has accurately pronounced his name. I mean, how else would you pronounce Siroy? Love how you know how to pronounce Siroy correctly. Oh man, okay. Holy crap, you're right. Let's see. Trick request, dazed. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to say last call, so if anybody wants to request anything to put in the trick list queue, feel free to do so. Otherwise, dazed will be my intended last trick before I raid out. Unless I get another raid, and then I feel obligated to show the raid or something, so... but yeah, so currently all of my VODs since the beginning, because this is my 7th stream, so I mean, all of the VODs are up, so I think they'll be up for another like month or so, I think. And then after that, they'll be off. But if anybody wants to catch any of the other streams, feel free. Alright, awesome. So, okay, I'm going to begin performing. Oh yes, how often are you streaming these days? I don't know, it's kind of up in the air. I don't have a schedule, and between, you know, full-time work, being a relatively new parent, and I have other obligations and then other projects. I'm still doing YouTube, still, so we will see. But yeah, honestly, the best way to see if I'm streaming is to give me a follow. Alright, we're going to be doing a trick called Dazed. Here we are. So I have a pile of 6 cards. We have the 6 of diamonds. We have the Queen of clubs. And these 4 cards, as I count through them, aren't going to look weird because they're just face down. But they will look weird when I turn them over, because you're going to see that they're all actually double-backed cards. Actually, all except for this one, which is a blank card on one side. Strange, right? So anyway, so what are we going to do with these cards? Well, these cards have an interesting property among them. If I go ahead and I pull over the 6 of diamonds, and I just like wave this packet over the 6 of diamonds, whether you know it or not, all of the cards are actually going to become 6 of diamonds. Super strange, right? Now, if I take this Queen of clubs and I place it here on the bottom, like so, some magicians at this point would say, oh hey, look, I can make the Queen of clubs jump up to the top. But no, the Queen of clubs doesn't jump up to the top. Because that Queen of clubs touched the packet, all the cards have turned into Queens of clubs. Super weird, right? So strange. And then we have this blank card, which, you know, look, if I go ahead and I just turn this on, and, you know, you see the queen's still there, but if I turn this over, believe it or not, that's actually made all of the cards turn blank. And some people are like, whoa, 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 where'd all the queens and the sixes go? Well, actually, I can show you the other sides as well, and they are all normal backs. And that, my friends, is how you get dazed. All right, let's see. Set performed. I'm going to close the queue. SRS off. Nobody snuck one in? Okay, cool. Nobody snuck one in. Let me catch up on chat. All right, CL Gravy. Give us your best. Good stream, man. Well, thank you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah, that last trick I have used as a closer before as well, so I know that one's going to be hard hitting. K. Delenn, half empty sarcasm. Let's see here. Disaster film. No, call Jesus. Ugh, ugh. My eyeballs are glitching. I'm going to go eat an egg. I do not. And I'm supposed to be able to sleep tonight after this. Yes, my apologies, but don't lose any sleep. I did not sign any deals with the devil. This is not true black magic. This is sleight of hand magic. So, CL Gravy, nice. How are we ever going to recover from this? I mean, I don't know. How do you recover from seeing other weird traumatic things? Like 2 girls, 1 cup. Don't look that up. I'm sorry I even mentioned it. I apologize. Let's see. We got to go talk this out in another stream. He's busy updating his spreadsheet, and I'm trying to cram my brains back into my ears. Oh, yeah. You don't want to lose any parts of your brain. You know, the little bits might be important. Awesome, man. Really good stuff. Good content. Impressive talent. Well, thank you kindly. I've not been practicing magic that long, just since 2019. So everything that you see, I've attained literally in the last 3 years. So 3.5 years. Thanks for the clap, sarcasm, and shots, and for the emotes, CL Gravy, and checking the gaff meter. A red raider, 2 girls, 1 cup magic? No. And no, absolutely not. Yeah, NSFW. Okay, all right, let's find somebody to raid. Now, a lot of people that I decide to raid are normally, like, it's very rare to find other magicians on the same time slots that I'm on. So I usually raid into, like, some friends, and they're mostly musicians. Are you guys okay with raiding into a musician? Let's see. We're down. Awesome. Great stream, man. Take us wherever you're going. Hope stream went well. All right. Just got back from being out. Oh, T-Cards, welcome back. If anybody else is looking for more magicians to follow, actually, let me just give T-Cards a shout out. Here's another magician on Twitch. He is a variety streamer, plays video games, does other random things, plays music sometimes, and also performs magic. And then if anybody else wants to find more magic, actually, there's a couple of other magicians who also stream. Let me give them a shout out as well. So Hallow Thorn is a magician, Singaporean magician, also streams, I think, twice a week. And then Infozar is also a magician that streams. And I'm just stalling for a couple seconds because I have my shout out rate limited, which I probably shouldn't. Okay. And I think Infozar streams 3 times a week. So if anybody's interested, those are the other magicians that I know of that stream magic on Twitch. So there we go. And then, all right, let's go ahead and raid. Let's see. My friend Seven Senshi. She is a flautist, i.e. someone who plays the flute, and she likes playing VGM, anime music, and actually the one thing that I had about a mulligan do-over and from the top I got from her stream. So I'm going to go ahead and start a raid to Seven Senshi. Let me spell it correctly. Okay, there we go. Oh, I have a raid call. If anybody wants to copy This raid call. I have a raid call. There's no custom emotes because I'm not a affiliate yet. So, well, Orchestra Music, welcome in. Let's shout out Orchestra Music. Also a musician, pianist, plays keyboards. I have fun in his streams. He does fun things about eating beans, doing squats, things like that as well. In addition, so. But if you like VGM and anime music as well, he also has a bunch of those. So feel free to also follow Orchestra Music. Yes, Manny, we are raiding out. So we're going to be raiding 7 Senshi. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid button. So everybody have a glorious evening. Copy the raid call. You enjoy. See ya.